Good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 26th, and we're coming to you from Brown Spring Gap. Quiet night.
After coming out of the Smokies, it was so nice to be just the two of us.
It was so quiet. It was so wonderful. Yeah, we got to go up, make as much noise as we wanted in the morning. Kind of got up and out pretty early at 7:30, and we're gonna do at least 10. There's 14 we have our eye on. This morning we're going up and over Max Patch, which is one of the iconic mountains within this section. So we're excited to get to it.
Yep, let's do it. Super steep section coming out of that gap. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we didn't do that yesterday afternoon. I would have been so mad.
Hiking along, we ran into an old trail buddy, Frankenstein, who's up there. We hadn't seen him since Gorgeous Days, where we were all waiting out the weather to get into the Smokies. So it's always fun when people leapfrog and catch back up to one another and talk about the conditions that they had as they went through different sections, like us on the ice on Kawohi. But you know, a day makes so much difference, and we could have icy, miserable, muddy weather, and then somebody a day behind us can be like, no, that was fine. So always interesting to see how the trail changes. Breakfast on the go. It still smells smoky. About 20 days ago they did a prescribed burn. So we're happy to have missed that, because they do close the trail when they do prescribed burns. And we would have had to reroute around it.
Alright, Max Patch, but I didn't realize you were quite so steep to get up there. It's okay.
Alright. Bricky, Mountain Turtle, and Freebird have made it to the top of Max Patch. Hopefully it's not too much wind noise, but great views. We told them to go take a hike. They told us to go fly a kite.
It's pretty up here.
It is pretty. 360 views. Even with, I mean, it would be gorgeous if it wasn't scorched on both sides, but it's still really pretty. You can just see just how much of the burn area they've really done.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed with the burn area. It's, you know, it's such an iconic spot, and so I'm a little bummed.
But it's forestry management.
Yeah.
It's funny, right when we hit the park boundary, we saw a hiker leaving late from a great campsite right at the boundary of the Max Patch no camping area. And choice spot, he was just taking his time. We're chatting, I'm like, wait a minute, I know you. I think we crossed paths at Above the Clouds Hostel on day 3 for us. And we were geeking out on camera gear, and he was actually hoping he'd run into me because he wanted to talk about whether or not I'd seen the new lens that he has that's out, which is even more compact. I can do this and that. And I'm like, teardrop. I sent my A76 home because it weighed 4 pounds. So he's like, yeah, I get it. But so I do miss my camera sometimes. Although this is pretty easy to slip into my pocket, and don't have to worry about it getting damaged when it rains.
Well, it's a little after 10, 5 miles in for the day, and we are taking a quick privy break here at the Roaring Fork Shelter. So the debate is whether we could have made it here last night or not. So, not sure.
Great water sources today. So much different from yesterday. Beautiful creek down there. And here we thought we were seeing daffodils, but those are green false hellebore. But they're growing strong by the trail. Lots of green patches, but at the lower altitudes. Not a lot of blossoms though.
Got lunch in this like campsite, little stealth site. So it'll do. It's a nice little stream right there. We filtered 2 liters of water and then eating some food. It's nice and overcast today, so it's not nearly as hot as yesterday, but we still need to drink the water. We had lunch at Lemon Gap. All right, now we have Walnut Mountain. We'll camp somewhere between there and the Gap, and then 14 in the hot springs tomorrow. Less than 14 from wherever we stop.
Oh, those little white dots are flowers. These are Carolina sweet beauties. And they're in bloom all along this mountainside as we go up Walnut Mountain. Almost to the top. Our meager view from the peak of Walnut Mountain.
So this is the spot where we were going to camp at the 10-mile mark, and it's like 1 o'clock.
There's probably 10 sites up there.
Yeah, there's probably several spots in different places, but we're going to push for the 14.
Yeah.
So let's do it. And what goes up must go back down.
Pretty bloodroot. Alright, made it up and over Walnut Mountain. Now the next mountain to conquer is Bluff Mountain. So as long as it's gradual and we'll get there without too much of a challenge. But this might be our last big climb of the day, so that always motivates me at least.
Want to know why we don't film on the uphills? Because it sounds like this. Trust me, you don't want that. The summit. Group of people just sitting up here. Not much to see, but we're enjoying sitting here.
Well, we conquered Bluff Mountain. We are approximately 1 mile from what we hope is a good campsite. Never know till you get there, so fingers crossed. There's water like the comments say that there are. If there's no water, we got to push on. That's a brown-hooded cockroach. Glad it's out here in the woods. And not near houses.
Trying to hide from us.
I would try to hide too. There he is.
This beautiful little section here. This little downhill. Life always looks so much better on a downhill after a snack.
Just for my oldest. You see that boulder? That's a nice boulder.
So we just stopped back there to filter water for our dry campsite tonight. The last time we had to do that was coming out of Neil Gap on like day 4 or 5. And what didn't make YouTube that night was the epic meltdown that I had. I mean, crying, I can't breathe, I can't, it was, I can laugh about it now. But, so I just told Nick, I said, I promise not to cry while carrying all this water today.
And we're going to call this bare patch of ground home for the night. It wasn't too far from where the water was.
Not nearly enough time for tears.
No, it was quite literally, I think, 1/10 of a mile.
It was.
This looks pretty secluded. All the other folks either didn't see it, didn't want it, passed it by. So
yeah, because there was a big trail family of about 6 people that were all trying to go to the same site. So we were kind of concerned that we were going to miss out.
Yeah,
but
and this was the site on the map we were looking at.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, it fits, it checks the box.
Yeah.
So we're going to set up camp.
Let's do it. Nick is cooking dinner while I am setting up inside the tent. I have chicken and dumplings tonight.
It's funny. I also have chicken and dumplings tonight with vegetables. Ooh, lovely.
All right, well, that is going to wrap up day 28. We did 14 miles today, which was personal best for us. We are at a stealth campsite past the top of that mountain.
Mount Bluff.
There you go, Mount Bluff. And tomorrow we've got just about little less than 10 miles into Hot Springs, which we can kind of see in the distance. So yeah, it was a good day. I mean, we got a lot today. It was still about 3,000 up and down.
Yeah.
You know, so there were definitely several ups and several downs, but so it was a good day. It was a good day. We had our personal best today. Yeah. So that's about it. It's going to be a nice quiet night here. We are the only ones in this campsite. And so that's going to wrap us up.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for following along. We'll see you in our next chapter.